Hi guys, it's our time again with Mr. M. Today what we're going to do is we're going to make a cutout circle using the pattern or the idea by Vasily Kandinsky and his concentric circle. What you're going to need is you're going to need some paper. So I have an A4 paper here, scissors, a pen or pencil, marker to write your name, and some markers. So I've got some markers here and a bowl or anything that you can use to make a circle. So I'm going to use this. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take this bowl, I'm going to put it onto my paper, and then I'm going to make an outline. I can use the marker to do that, or I can use the pen that I have here. So let me just tilt the camera down. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to outline the bowl all the way around. Go back around again the other way if you want to. Okay, so there I go. I have an outline, a circle outline of my bowl. Just like this. Okay, so just like Vasily Kandinsky's concentric circle, he was a famous artist, abstract artist, who was able to see sound and put colors and shapes to sound. So he was famous for doing this. And to start off is we're just going to put a circle in the middle. Okay. So just pick any color you want. You can think about the color. I'm just going to randomly pick a color here from my big bin. So I've got green here. And for this activity, there's going to be two sides to the plate, to the circle itself. So I can start here. Just make a nice circle in the center. It doesn't have to be perfect. Doesn't have to be dead center. Okay, but it does help when you start to make the circle that go around it. So there it is, just coloring that in. Okay, then I'm going to put that color away. You can always use the same color again, but obviously it doesn't make sense to put it around it next time. I'm going to use a different color now, so just grab a color, purple. And what I tend to do is, with the marker, it's easy just to make a circle first to go around it, and then kind of just color it in. Now you can cut the shape out if you want to cut it ahead of time, but I don't see the need of cutting it out now. You can cut it because it just gives me, because if I make a mistake, I can color out of it and not worry about it because I'm going to cut it anyway. But once you cut it, then you might need to put something underneath it when you're coloring so that you don't get the table, whatever surface you're working on, dirtied or messed up, messy. Okay, so there's one there. Change colors again. Pink. Now, normally with markers and with a lot of the colors like crayons and everything, you don't have a color white. So what can we do if we wanted to make the color white? If you're using a white sheet of paper, then you just don't add anything there. Don't add any color to that spot. So after I finish with this orange color here, I'm going to add a white ring around it. Okay, let me finish this. So there's going to be two sides to this concentric circle cut out. But the other side is going to be a little bit different. Not too much, not too concerned with the circle. Okay, so this next ring I want to make is a white ring. So to do that, let me grab another color, dark green, is to just don't put a color there. So just go around it like I was going to put it before. Just around the color. Then I'll continue on. Maybe I'll make it a little bit bigger. Now, it doesn't matter how many rings you want to put around your concentric circle. You can make it as colorful as you want. very rainbow color. Or you can make the rings a little bit bigger so you don't have to make too many rings to go around it. Now I'm going to say it's okay. You see that, you notice my ring is kind of going off closer to one side than the other side. That doesn't matter. Okay, that's not important. For this one, I might just make this ring about this size, and then I might be able to add one more thin color there. Or if I wanted to, I could have just colored it all in light blue. Again, you can use any kind of colors you want. You don't have to use markers. If you just have crayons or color pencils or oil pastels, even paint, if you have watercolor paint, you can make it. You can use whatever medium you have. You can even mix the mediums. If you want to mix crayons together with markers, you can do that. Okay. So I could just have colored all of it light blue in to finish off that line, but I think I'll just add one more color to it. Just that little ring that's left over. Okay. And if I go out right now, if I color out, if I want to go faster, I could just color out of that line, because it doesn't matter, because I'm going to cut that anyway. Yeah, I was being careful for no reason, without having the need to be so careful. So I have something like this. Now I'm done with that. I'm going to go ahead and cut this out. So if it's in a sketchbook, it might be easier to tear the paper out to cut it. Okay, just cut along that circle that you made, that line. Okay, so there's my concentric circle cut out. Now what we're going to do is we're going to decorate the other side. Now if your marker didn't go through, that's great. If it did, decorate it anyway. It doesn't really matter. It's okay. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and pick a color, another color. But this time, on this side, we're going to do something kind of like this Captain America shield here, where you can see there's a special shape inside. Okay, so that's what we're going to do for the center. You can use a special shape. You can make a star like this throwable Captain America shield, or you could make your own shape, any shape that you want. It could be a star shape, it could be a rectangle or a triangle. What I'm going to do is maybe a common shape a lot of people like to use is I'm going to make a heart shape. Okay, so I'm going to use the color, the next color, but I'm not coloring it in this time. Okay, I'm just going to use it and draw a heart. Just like that, okay? And then what I'm going to do inside of that, let me angle the camera down. So I'm going to write my name in that heart, or you could write a message in the heart if you want to. So I'm just going to write my name, Mr. M. And I'm going to write my class or anything else you want. I'm going to put art time. So write your class. So Mr. M, art time. And if you want to, you can even draw a picture of yourself or something like that. Whatever. Maybe I'll draw a quick cartoon of myself, okay? Little cartoon of myself. And then what I'm going to do now is similar to what we were doing with the circle. I'm going to follow the shape. So follow this shape. Oops, I made a mistake by looking away, but that's okay. I'll fix that later. And again, like I said, you can make this as colorful as you want, add as many rings as you want, make it rainbow color. Now I kind of made a mistake here, and making mistakes is okay. You don't have to worry about making, it's not the end of the world if you make a mistake. I accidentally marked that, but I'll show you how I'm going to fix that, okay? Now a lot of times you can always fix things in your artwork just by thinking about what else can it become. So let me pick another color. Okay, let me pick another color here. Maybe the color yellow. So see, there's my mistake still over there, but I'm not worried about it. No sirree, because that mistake's given me an idea. And sometimes that happens. Use your mistakes. Turn it into something else. Then it doesn't become a mistake anymore. Because mistakes are accidents. But you can turn an accident into something you meant to do or you can use. So I did it this way, so I'm going to go back to use the same color. That's how I'm going to solve my mistake. So I'm going to make another blue ring around it. A blue heart ring. Like this. So it's harder for me to hold up the paper in color now because I took it out of the sketchbook. But just like this. But I think you guys generally get the idea now. So this is all that you're going to do. You're just going to continue on, just like you did on the other side, but this time using a shape on the other side. And in the center there, write your name or a message. But in this case, write your name. Okay. So maybe what I'll do is I'll angle the camera down so you can just see me coloring. So I just continued with that same heart shape, like that. And I can continue with this color. I could just use yellow and blue, or I can add a third color into it. You can color it any way you want. So I'll just rummage through, grab another color here. Got another pink. Now what's going to happen here is the shape is kind of going to go outside, just like we did on the other side. If the shape goes outside of the color of the circle, then that's okay. So you can see that I can't put any more here. I'm just going to end up coloring that red. But my red marker is not very good here, so let me switch it for another red. There we go. So you can see it's going outside. Now this is where if you don't want to color your table, maybe have a scrap paper or something like that. So remember that little piece of paper that we cut this out of? I might just stick it on the table here so that I could just color. So I don't get my table messy or anything like that. Okay, unless you have maybe a table mat or something you can use, or just use that scrap piece of paper that you cut the shape from. Okay, I'm almost finished. Then I just need to add maybe one more color. And again, like I said, you can use the same color again if you need to, if you want to, not need to, if you want to. And I think I will. I'm going to use that yellow again that I already used before to finish this off. And just this little end piece here, the little corner, because the top part was already covered up. And now it's done. Now, given more time, of course, you could always go back and color any areas that might be has too much white in it to make the color more solid. Okay. Just to make it have less white inside. Okay, I'm happy with that. So what we have is this is my other side with my name and my class in it. Okay, or any message you want to make. And then this is the other side. So these two sides. 1, 2. Okay, that's my cutout concentric circle using Vasily Kandinsky's style, and then kind of modifying it using a shape on the other side. Well, I hope you enjoyed this. Just something fun to do with colors if you like colors. So anyway, I hope I see you again for my next art activity. Bye.